Hey everyone, I just thought that I'd give you an update on Callie since it's been a little over a week and there's lots of new stuff to tell you about her. So, first off, we didn't see her. She hung around our house for a couple days and then we didn't see her for almost a week. And all of a sudden, she showed up again. We have kept her water and food dishes stocked the whole time just in case. And I noticed the night that she was around again that the person at the other end of our street had a really small dish of food and looked like water bowl out the front of her house, um, both which were almost empty. So I thought maybe they were feeding her, but then I also thought maybe this is their cat. So I talked with my husband about it, and I also talked with him about getting her vaccinated and eventually spayed because um, I just feel like it's not fair to her that she's outside and not protected. And so he said that he agreed with me and he said we needed to check around first and just make sure this isn't somebody's cat. So I've talked to a couple neighbors, and sure enough, one of them said that Callie did actually belong to the woman at the end of our street who had the food and water out. Um, Apparently, what happened was in the spring, they she got outside and she was in heat, and then they couldn't get her back inside. Was the story I was told. I should note that I've never seen food and water outside the front of the house until this past week, and it it's so frustrating knowing that someone's let their cat run around outside not being fixed. Since she's not fixed, I'm sure she's not vaccinated either. But I mean, she's a female cat and she's not fixed. So apparently, they couldn't get her back into the house. Sometimes they let her in the garage, but pretty much she's become an outdoor cat and occasionally they just kind of feed her. So, if you guys remember from last week, she was skin and bone. So, I don't understand how people can have pets and then not be responsible pet owners. Like if that's I understand the accidents happen, um, but she's still your cat. Like, take responsibility for her. Give her the best life she can and vaccinate her and get her fixed. And don't just leave her out on her own. Like, basically, they've just kind of abandoned her. And, once in a while she'll show up on their doorstep for a night. I noticed her sleeping out there the other night. Um, or they'll leave the garage door open a little bit for her. But again, like, where were they when I found her almost, dead in the bushes? I'm so frustrated about this whole thing. And the neighbor I spoke with too, she said, I think the woman does care about her. Um, but then in the next breath, she's saying maybe we should take her to the shelter. Like, how much does this person really care about their cat if they're just letting her fend for herself? So basically, what we've been doing is just leaving food and water out for her. I've brought her in the garage right now. I'm going to let her stay in here for a few hours just because it's hot outside again today and they're calling for thunderstorms. And she's been sleeping all day beside my house in a pile of leaves. And I just thought I'd let her. I'm going to put a blanket out here for her and stuff, and she can lay in here in some comfort instead of laying in dirt. Um, we had torrential rain the other night and we found her in the bushes hiding, so we brought her back to the house and let her spend the night in the garage again. And for the whole time I'm just thinking, like, where are these people and why are they not looking after their cat? um, it has been a week, but her stomach is very, very round, and her nipples are also they're protruding a lot. So I don't know if she has a litter already somewhere or if she was pregnant. Um, we kind of, because I have talked to a couple neighbors now about her, and some of them think that she might be pregnant now, but it could also be because for the first time in months, she's actually getting proper meals. So I don't know if, um, if she is pregnant or it's just health. Like she's finally getting some frequent food and water into her. I don't know. And, it's really hard for me too because I don't like to see anything suffer. I don't like to see anything, kind of abandoned outside. But at the same time, she's not my cat. I don't want like this neighbor to think that I'm trying to steal her away from her. I certainly don't feel like it's my responsibility to get her vaccinated and spayed because this isn't my cat. But at the same time, do I let the cat suffer? I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I'm just so, torn. I'm losing sleep over this because it's breaking my heart that somebody would just kind of treat an animal like this. And as well, I have looked into the Humane Society and a cat shelter, but everybody's overbooked. Like the Humane Society told me flat out that if they take in any more cats, they're no kill shelter until they get overflown. So they're like, don't bring her here because she's just gonna get put down. The cat shelter is so over booked, and they are no kill that they just aren't accepting anymore. So, and again, do I take her somewhere like that now that I know that she belongs to someone? Like, oh, so frustrating. But, anyways, I'm just trying to look after her while when she comes around our house and, kind of give her a little bit of comfort and love. And, so, anyways, oh, and all the neighborhood kids and stuff are calling her Callie now because they all like that name and they, um, they like her and they come visit her when she sits because she sits outside her house all the time, and I never see the other people home at all. Like they come and go, and like today I came home and the water dish was empty, and it was empty yesterday when I came home from work too. So I don't know that they're even really caring to fill it or anything. So anyways, that's kind of the updates on Callie. I'm going to let her back out later this evening, but I just thought she might like to cool off a bit in the garage and just enjoy some snuggles. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.